This episode proudly underwritten by Bashwinger Insurance Agency, 42 Cornell Street, Amsterdam, New York.
Welcome to WOPG production of Any Good Thing, written by Jay Town. At the end of the last episode, Derek was attacked by two assailants who stabbed him and left him for dead. He had just enough strength to call 911 before collapsing.
I've stabbed Teller, Street, Chest, Derek, Hughes, no.
Mr. Hughes, are you still there?
Stab wound to the chest. Just missed the heart. Patient stabilized. Is medvac on the way? Dispatch fire to establish a landing zone for helo.
Roger, 2-1. Deliver patient to St. Mary's ER for medvac.
Roger. Be there in 4.
He was stabbed in the upper chest, collapsing his left lung. There was a lot of blood and fluid to be drained, so we put in a drain tube. He is stable, and we need to wait and monitor him today and tomorrow. That is crucial. But I think things look promising.
When can we see him?
We'll see how he does tonight, maybe tomorrow afternoon.
Derek wakes in pain in the morning, and after a look over, the doctor gives permission for Derek to see visitors after breakfast.
Derek, what happened? They called me last night.
Two guys jumped me in my apartment.
I thought we'd lost you.
Come on, I'm okay.
You'd better not get stabbed again, or I'll be real cross.
Don't worry. Oh.
What did the police say? I saw them leaving as I came up to the nurse's station.
Just that they have an eyewitness who saw the two leave and a partial print on the door.
Good.
Who has my cell phone?
I don't know why.
I need to call someone. I can't remember her number. It's in my phone.
Her?
Yes, her.
Who is she?
Can you just get my phone, please?
Fine. Just curious.
He looks around the room while she goes to get his phone. The nurse comes in.
Mr. Hughes, you can't use your phone in here to call or receive. But your sister said you wanted to retrieve a number?
Yes, Charity.
I'll have your sister find it.
The nurse exits. After a few seconds, Caroline enters with a piece of paper.
Charity, huh?
Just give me the number.
Use the room phone. Dial 9 to get an outside line.
Okay.
Who is she?
A friend.
A stranger, you mean?
Can you give me some privacy?
You'd kick family out to talk to a stranger.
She's not a stranger to me. 1324. Pick up.
You have reached 555-1324. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you shortly. Beep.
Charity, I got jumped and stabbed, and I'm in St. Francis.
Hello? Derek?
Yes, it's me. Listen, I can't stay talking long.
Are you okay? Where are you?
St. Francis, Albany.
What happened?
Long story.
What room? I'll come see you.
Really? You don't...
Shut up. I'll be there in an hour.
Caroline, what room is this?
4th floor, number 12.
Hear that?
Yes. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
She coming?
Yes. Be nice, not like normal.
I can be nice.
After a while, the Catholic chaplain comes in to see Derek.
Hello, son. How are you feeling?
It's Derek, Father, and I am fine.
Derek, did you see the assailant?
I gave the cops what I could. I don't think the robbers got anything.
Material blessings can be replaced. Flesh and bone and spirit are precious in the sight of God.
Really? Then tell me, why do people die?
Well, the first thing you have to understand is that it was not God's original plan that anyone suffer.
Yet suffering is pervasive and endemic. How do you account for that?
How about looking at Job? He had everything, then lost it all through no effort on his part. Then God blessed him in the end, more than he had before.
So if I just take this punishment, for lack of a better word, then everything will be hunky-dory and I'll ride off into the sunset?
Not necessarily. Some people live horrible lives, then die horribly. In instances like that, one can only give your doubt and incredulity over to God, who made all things.
In Isaiah, God describes himself as creating light and darkness. How can God be a fair judge when he created the option to rebel and choose evil? So he must have created evil to begin with, and why? To give us a choice? Isn't that a house divided?
Is this reaction related to your attack?
I have other issues.
I will help you as I can, if you care to. but wrangling over these issues has clearly caused you great harm. I will instead point you to Rabbi Kushner, who said, "Pain is part of being alive, and we need to learn that. Pain does not last forever, nor is it necessarily unbearable, and we need to be taught that." So what he is saying is...
I know what he is saying. He is saying that no one is immune. Pain is universal. So how come love isn't?
Good question. Sin hardens people.
I don't want to talk about sin. I don't sin.
That is good, but it is only a start. Love is the key for you. What do you love?
I don't know.
Okay, how about who loves you?
I guess my family, that's all.
Who do you want to love you?
Nobody.
Derek.
Hi. Excuse me, Father.
Dial 12 to reach me if you need me.
Derek, what happened?
Hi, I'm Caroline, his sister.
Hi, it's good to meet you.
I'll give you two some privacy.
Thanks. After you dropped me off, I went inside my apartment and two guys were hiding there in the dark. They jumped me, and one guy held me down while another knifed me in the chest. See?
Listen, how do you feel?
I feel much better now that you are here.
Me too. I tried to call you last night after our date to say how much I enjoyed your company, but it was busy.
I passed out after calling 911. Must have been it. You're holding my hand.
She drops his hand.
Yeah, don't miss the point here.
No, I'm not. When I woke up, I was real foggy, but I had a sense that I was supposed to be doing something important, vitally important.
He takes her hand softly.
And when I finally realized what it was, I called you, and before I could get a word in edgewise...
Sorry.
That's okay, you're here. And that was what I was supposed to be doing all along. That is, getting you here. So I accomplished my main goal.
Yes, you did. But now we have a new problem. You're holding my hand, still.
Yes, I guess I am. Because I'm not done. You are also in my thoughts. I mean constantly. And I am not sure if that is because you are new, but regardless, I like it. I don't want it to end. That's why I'm holding your hand and won't let go unless you ask me to.
No, it's okay, but we've only known each other for less than a week and a half.
Do you feel close to me?
Yes, but maybe that's the injury talking.
He lets go of her hand.
Why did you do that? Because I expressed a doubt? You're going to have to learn about doubt and faith and love. Love isn't meant to satisfy an urge or satiate a desire. It exists to help us overcome our doubts, fears, and desires. So what am I to you but the symbol of success or accomplishment? A pretty face to mount on your wall.
Where is all this coming from?
Those are my fears. Deal with them.
Okay. First and most important, you are not a trophy. And I don't really know you yet, but what I see supports that idea. You have more love in your earlobe than I will ever have.
Earlobe? Really?
I like you a lot. More than I should. And I feel unworthy to be associated with... I mean, do you know what I mean?
I'm trying, but it's difficult.
What do you want?
To get to know you. Free of expectations and false desires.
Fine, so do I. So what do we do?
Talk. A lot.
The heck with that. Let's kiss.
Ha ha. How do you feel?
I'm tired.
It's been a rough day for you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
She takes his hand.
So, do you want to try this?
Yes, let's.
Good. I have interviews tomorrow, so I won't be able to visit, but you can call me around 4 or so.
Okay. Thanks for coming on such short notice.
Call me.
The next morning, the surgeon tells Derek he will have to have his drain tube taken out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Derek calls the chaplain.
Yes, Father? I'd like it if you could come up this morning. Yes, thanks.
The father arrives a few minutes later.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks. I wanted to explain a little about my hostility. It's not personal. It's just that you are a representative of God, and I am having a problem with God lately. I mean, we talk, but nothing ever comes of it.
I think that something came of it because you are still alive.
Actually, it's a father's responsibility to protect life, so he didn't go out of his way for me.
It is a blessing that you are alive. Where is this hostility coming from?
Let me tell you about death, Father. My dad died alone. My girlfriend died, my old girlfriend. She committed suicide because she couldn't deal with me. If you think that is going to make me feel guilty, you're right.
I'm sorry to hear that, son. People do things for various and often obscure reasons. Are you sure that's why she did it?
Yes, Father. She told me before she did it. I tried to stop her. I got rid of all the sharp objects, the pills and cough syrup, but she got some pills and alcohol from a friend and took them while I was away. Right in our bedroom. I can't help but think that her last thought was why. Now, I'm wondering the same thing. Why does God act like he does? He doesn't seem to care.
There are many stories of people who come back from the brink of death to ask that question. Life is a gift, meant to be accepted, fostered, supported, and grown. Faith is the same way.
I don't have much faith these days, but I am grateful for being alive. An inch or two up and to the right, and I would be dead. I am not forgetting that. I'm not like her. I don't just give up. If there is anything I know, it's that love exists, and I want to clear away anything that keeps me from it.
Well, I'll tell you what I can do. I'm not a psychologist, and I think that you should see one. I mean, to talk about these feelings, especially about your girlfriend.
Former.
Yes. You have been through an ordeal and may likely just be starting on a bigger one. But let me leave you with a passage that should bring you some hope. Isaiah 55, verses 10 and 11. The rain still comes down from the heavens and stays on the ground to water the earth. They cause the grain to grow, producing seed for the farmer and bread for the hungry. It is the same with my word. I send it out, and it always produces fruit. It will accomplish all I want it to, and it will prosper everywhere I send it. This word, through God's Spirit, rests in you. I can see it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have dialed my number, and it will guide you in your new journey.
Thanks, Father.
Let us pray.
Later that day, the surgeon removes the drain tube and Derek rests, as the doctor orders no visitors. The next morning, the doctor looks at Derek and okays him for discharge that day. He allows visitors.
Good morning. How are you today?
Peachy.
That's my Mr. Sunshine. We've missed you.
How is Mom?
She's fine. She sends her love. How's Charity?
Oh my, I forgot to call her.
He grabs the number from the end table drawer and dials it.
Hello, Derek?
Yeah, it's me. I'm sorry that I didn't call you yesterday. I slept after my operation.
That's okay.
I'm being released at 12. Are you busy then?
I have an interview at 9, but I should be done by then. Do you want me to come and get you?
Caroline, do you want her to come and get me?
He covers the phone mouthpiece and whispers to Carolyn.
Say yes.
He removes his hand.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes. I'll be there by 11:15ish.
At the main entrance.
Okay.
Thanks, sis.
So that's what it takes to get you to call me sis.
The nurse wheels Derek out the front door of the hospital, with Caroline on his left and Charity on his right.
And you get 3 beautiful women to see you out. Watch your step.
That's a bonus. Thank you, Nurse Bromfield. It wasn't fun, but it was a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks. You all right there?
Yeah.
He hangs onto Charity's shoulder.
Bye, Caroline. Thanks for all your help. Talk to you later.
Okay. Love you. Take care of him, Charity.
I will. Ready, tough guy? My car's right here.
I just want things to be back to normal.
What's normal? What do you do?
Read, watch TV, listen to radio, to you.
Thanks. Do you miss working?
All the time. I'm constantly dreaming of installing ridge beams, cornices, pillars, cabinets. This stuff never goes away.
How long did you work as a carpenter?
20 years, counting the apprenticeship. You'll see. I've got loads of books about it still.
Can't wait.
That's sarcasm. I like it.
Isn't the saying, the quickest way to a man's heart is through his funny bone?
No, it's through mashed potatoes.
I see.
They reach his apartment and step inside. They look around. It is in good condition except for the wall-mounted CD rack, which has been rifled through and CDs thrown to the ground. He goes to the rack and looks at it, then looks at the CDs on the ground.
It figures.
What?
They took my favorite one, U2's Unforgettable Fire.
Really? That's your favorite, not rap?
Why rap?
Because it seemed funny. I mean, you and rap.
He takes a step back to his bedroom, but stops.
I can't be here.
What do you mean?
I can't stay here. Not tonight, anyway.
He is not moving.
I lied to you when I said Steph showed no signs of wanting to kill herself. I'm sorry. I was the main cause.
Explain.
I was still angry from being disabled, not coping very well, and I took it out on her.
How?
I was mean, surly, resentful of her.
If she loved you, how could you be resentful of her?
I don't know.
I need to know. If I'm going to have you in my life.
I resented her youth and her talents. I resented her future, which was not mine.
Did you hit her?
No, never.
Well, what can you do then?
She killed herself in that room, the bedroom.
What? And you stayed here?
I had no money. I had no place to go. I found out too late that I loved her.
I don't accept that. You don't just discover it. You know it all along.
I guess so.
Listen, I have a spare bedroom in my house. It's not much, but it might give you some space from here. Why don't you get your things and come stay with me?
Okay.
They drive to her house.
You've been here before. That's the living room. That's the kitchen. Down here's the bathroom. And here's the spare bedroom. Put your stuff wherever you want. Just keep it neat. Have you eaten since this morning?
Just Jell-O and coffee.
I'll make you a sandwich. Turkey okay?
Fine, thanks.
He unpacks his duffel bag, putting all items on top of the dresser, then sits down on the bed.
I'm sorry, God.
Ready?
Yes.
They sit down in the living room with their food.
I want to address what you said. How you were at fault for your girlfriend's death.
Stephanie.
Yes, Stephanie. You must know by now that it wasn't your fault.
Part of me knows. Part of me fears.
I wouldn't want you to forget it. I mean, how could you? But you need to move on. You won't allow the good things to come if you're drowning in the past. You're my guest, and we're going to have fun. But I don't want you thinking you are less worthy than you are.
I see.
But do you understand?
Yes.
Let's eat.
How's Gretel?
Fine. Eat.
They eat, and after...
Do you want to come with me to the store? I need some extra food for you.
I'm really tired.
Okay. Are you allergic to eggs or wheat?
No, why?
Surprise. Okay, make yourself at home. I'll try to hurry.
Charity leaves, and Derek goes into the bedroom to lay down.
God, you know I know, don't you? About what you are trying to do? There is no way for me to make amends to her family, to my family, to you. She's right, you know. I need to move on, to better things. Sorry, Steph. Sorry I didn't love you enough. I'll do better next time.
Charity goes to several stores to get what she wants and then returns home. She walks into the house with several plastic bags and sets them on the kitchen counter and begins to put things away. Afterwards, she approaches the bedroom.
Hi.
Didn't you hear me come in?
Like a herd of elephants.
Oh, that's not something you say to a woman.
Kidding, of course.
That's better. I got you something, but it's for later.
What is it?
Later. If you want to get some more rest, go ahead.
No, I'm okay. Besides, all I want to do is talk to you anyway. I appreciate you putting me up for a little bit.
It's no problem. I enjoy your company. Why don't we fix an early dinner and try to stay out of the way, would you? Thanks for not helping. I can manage on my own, and that's just fitting since you're winged and all. Besides, I like cooking for people.
I'm not really people. At least not decent, presentable people.
Are you going to do this now? This game where you try extreme self-deprecation so I will instead disagree and validate you to assuage your insecurities?
Yes and no. Yes and sorry, that's what I do. But we'll try hard to stop going forward. And no, I am not doing it for that reason. I am indirectly telling you I hate those things about me and will change things down the road. It's just that when I was younger, I felt like I had more time. And now it's all caught up with me. My unresolved fears, my failures and regrets.
Are you trying to be complex?
No, this is me. I'm showing you me.
Don't do that. Not when I'm plating up pasta carbonara with asparagus tips and antipasto.
I'm not good enough to eat this dinner.
Gretel will eat it. She has no hang-ups.
They sit to eat, and eventually religion comes into the conversation.
I know you once called me a hypocrite and my religion half-hearted.
That's not how I said it.
I know, that's how I took it. Anyway, God has always been there for me, but I haven't always been there for him.
How can you say that? God doesn't depend on you for anything. He gives without thought of any return. That is to say, what love does.
How do you know that? You aren't even a Christian.
You don't have to be a Christian to know how love acts. You just have to be human. I know that there's a power that keeps the world working. It adds truth and meaning to all our lives on a daily caring basis. Whether that is the Catholic's God or the Hindu's gods or Allah, I can't discern, but the principle of love is evident everywhere you look.
I shouldn't be amazed at how advanced you are. I believe it's true that love is everywhere, but I let my personality get in the way of accessing it. But what I am trying to tell you is those days are over. I refuse to go one more day locked inside myself, looking out dirty windows without God's hands to wipe it clean. No more. No mas. Basta bad thoughts. Hasta mañana self-recrimination.
Well, you've managed to butcher 3 languages, but I get your point. And good. It's about time. Let it in. Let it all in and then throw up roses.
I'm still eating.
Sorry.
I went away from God because I was angry about my accident and the struggle and about hurting and losing Steph. But you know, he's the only one who kept me together through everything. So, I've come to the conclusion that I need God, and I am going to dedicate myself to renewing a relationship with him. That's all I have to say to you about that. I will accept everything he offers.
That's good. You need that in your life. I'm happy for you. But don't think that I will let you off the hook. You need to do the hard work. With God, with me, with other people. You need to get to the heart of it, to the bone.
How did you get so wise?
By paying attention.
After dinner, they sit on the couch and watch TV.
I don't normally watch television, but I thought it might be good to unwind with and not get into any more deep conversations.
You haven't told me about him, your ex.
And here we go.
Don't you think it might be important for me to know someday?
And today is someday, huh? Okay, since you asked. What do you want to know?
First, his name.
Bill.
Did he do something to you?
Yes. He beat me, he stole money from me, he tried to assault me sexually.
Oh, no!
Yes. Anything else you want to know?
Yes. 2 questions, and that's all. First, how did you feel during this time?
Degraded, victimized, traumatized. The whole time I kept thinking I was somebody else and this wasn't happening to me, really. But then when he assaulted me, he broke my arm, ripped out hair, and stabbed me in the leg, but I kneed him in the groin, took the knife and stabbed him there. I guess I missed because I cut the femoral artery and he almost bled out before the police came. I called them.
Why didn't you let him die?
Because I'm not like that. He deserved to die, in my book, but I just couldn't let him.
Because you loved him?
No. When he tried that, any love died in me. A compassion came over me. I can't explain it. It was like a feeling that all life is precious, even his. He got what he deserved, but not enough.
Did he go to prison?
Yes, attempted murder, attempted sexual assault. 7 years, out in 4.
I'm sorry about all that.
It's over. I've moved on. So I won't lump you into that category just because you're a man.
Thank you. Thanks for everything.
You're welcome. I have a feeling we're not done.
You and Bill?
No. You and I aren't done divulging information.
Is that so wrong? We are supposed to be getting to know each other.
Yes, I agree. Got any more questions?
Can you tell me about your adoption?
I was given up by my birth mother at 6 weeks. I was adopted by the Rogers at 1. They've been my family for 28 years.
So you're 29?
Yes, genius. You finally got it out of me.
Do you know your birth mother?
Yes, I met her when I was 15.
Did you seek her out, or did she you?
I sought her out. My parents wisely relented.
Do you see her?
Occasionally, like most families.
Why did she give you up?
My first dad left her after my birth, and she couldn't care for me.
Do you blame her?
No, she didn't have the strength I do.
What nationality are you?
What do you mean? American?
No, what is your ethnicity?
Oh, Puerto Rican American. My birth parents were Puerto Rican.
Then what is your birth name?
Maria Diaz Rodriguez. Hence the stage name, Charity Rodriguez.
I see. When did you take back the name Rodriguez?
I didn't. It's just a stage name.
Oh.
My legal name is still Rogers.
Okay.
How about you, Hughes? What's your story?
White Anglo-Saxon Catholics settled in Herkimer for a generation. My family moved here to work in the mills at the turn of the century. Stayed when the mills folded.
What did your parents do?
My dad had a building company here in town in the 60s through the 80s. He taught me about building. He died in 2005 from an embolism. My mother was a housewife up until she found work in St. Ignatius School, both lifelong Catholics.
Where's your mom now?
She lives with my sister. She's an invalid. My sister keeps her because she can't afford anything else. Where is your mom?
In Millwood Adult Home. I see her when I can. She has dementia. It's been really difficult.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. How about a walk? Walk off those excess calories?
I'm still a little sore.
Come on, you baby. Your stitches are in your chest, not the soles of your feet.
They walk out.
What do you want out of life exactly?
I want fulfillment. I want everything to make sense to me and to benefit me. That is to say, I want to take benefit from everything I experience. How about you?
For years, I just wanted to survive. Now, I just want to be better. I want to do, think, and say the right thing, always. To act in right relation to God and truth and love. And I want people in my life who support me and treat me well and inspire me. And I want to do and have all these things so that I and others will be blessed.
That's a good answer. How would I fit in all that?
Well, I've been thinking about that, and if I can stop being me...
Don't say that. You're fine the way you are.
Well then, scratch that. If I can stay focused...
It's okay.
That's how you can fit in. By being the wonderful, terrific, inspiring you. You would inspire me, then I would inspire you, and we would both be bright, happy, shiny people together.
I know you're kidding, right?
Sort of. Be there for me, and I will be there for you.
I see. That's a better answer than channeling REM.
Picked up on that, huh?
Uh-huh. I don't have plans for us, really. I'm just going to let whatever happens, happen. Oh no. You look serious. What?
Ever been married?
Yes. To my high school sweetheart.
How long did that last?
4 years until he cheated on me, and that was the end of that.
You didn't try to work things out?
No, it was my prerogative, and I chose to walk away. How about you?
Never.
I'm surprised. A man of your age. Why not?
I was very particular when I dated. Past a certain point, I started to get a reputation.
As what?
As a virgin. I wouldn't have sex with women unless I fell in love with them. I still feel that way.
Well, there goes my next question.
I was going to tell you.
When you fell in love with me? Wouldn't have mattered. I'm practically celibate too.
Do you want to get remarried someday?
Wow, you move quickly.
You know what I mean.
Well, you notwithstanding, my choice in men has not been so good over the years. For that to happen, I would need beauty of character and strength I haven't found in years. You notwithstanding.
Thank you.
Would you like to?
Sure, if I could keep anyone long enough to.
Don't worry, you will.
They walk to the rise overlooking the city, overlooking the bench.
Do you know where we are?
Yes.
Come on.
They walk to the bench and sit down.
You know, that day I had just come from downtown and I was a little tired, and I sat here and I thought, what's next? And then, you.
And I was on my evening jog and I was thinking, what do I have for dinner tonight? And then there was you.
You are an excellent cook.
Thank you.
She grabs his hand.
Now, here's something I've been wanting to do all day.
She takes his head with her other hand and kisses him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for tuning in to WOPG's production of Any Good Thing. Tune in again to hear the next episode. The cast for today's episode includes John Salerno as Derek Hughes, Tracy Clemish as Charity Rodriguez, Steve Donovan as the dispatch operator, Cheryl Charbonneau as the paramedic, Homer Charbonneau as the surgeon, Laura Lee Whitlock as Carolyn Peterson, Linda Delaney as Nurse Bromfield, Ken Mazier as Father Fitzgerald, and Scott W. Fields as the narrator. Music by John Mastromauro. Special thanks to St. Stanislaus Church for their assistance in this production.